We see an inevitable evolution of graphical user interfaces into new form factors with simultaneous pen and touch input. To explore the affordances of pen plus touch input on direct displays, we have implemented a prototype digital drafting table for the Microsoft Surface. We can robustly sense a custom IR pen as distinct from other multi-touch contacts. By default, the pen writes. I can write while my hand rests on the display. But touch manipulates. For example, I can zoom the page with my non-preferred hand. I can flip between pages. I can move objects around. Or I can quickly grab a post-it, but still write on it at a moment's notice. This has a surprising obviousness to it, but don't miss how pen and touch complement one another. There's a tremendous fluidity with which I can interleave annotation and other secondary tasks. The mode switch is in my hand. Next, we explored how the expanded input vocabulary afforded by the combination of pen and touch can give new tools. I can copy a photo by holding it and peel off a copy using the pen, just like pulling Silly Putty off of the Sunday comics. I can tap select a number of photos and staple them together by holding one and tapping on it with the pen. That photo becomes the representative one for the entire stack. I can turn my pen into an X-Acto knife by holding a photo and crossing it with the pen. Both the cut and the surround fall onto the work surface, just like they would when cutting real paper. Or if I cross a photo using my other finger instead of the pen, I can tear it in two. If I hold the photo in place with my thumb and forefinger, I can use it as a straight edge. Many of our techniques can be composed. For example, I can X-Acto cut a photo along a straight edge. I select the photo I want to cut, I hold my straight edge over it, and then I draw along the straight edge across the selected photo. This composition of techniques is possible because tapping provides a way to define a collective scope of more than one object, and because holding phrases together multiple pen and touch inputs into a single chunk that the system can interpret as a unitary command. We have also experimented with using touch as a handle for in-place commands. If I tap the display, it produces a finger shadow. If I ignore the finger shadow, it disappears in a couple of seconds. I can lasso select by starting a stroke from the lasso icon within the shadow. Or I can use two hands. While I hold down the finger shadow, the pen lasso selects. When I lift my finger, the pen reverts to writing. I can pull on the dot to expand an accordion menu with additional commands. Here, it is natural to use my finger to smear colors on the display. Gradually, I rub all the ink off my finger. Our system includes a couple of techniques which we call stamping and brushing for producing creative effects by letting the user employ content on the page as a tool. For example, I can use a photo like a custom ink stamp by holding a photo and then tapping the pen on the page. While I continue to hold, each successive application of the stamp becomes fainter. I can even use the colors together with stamping. I hold a photo, tap the desired color, and then tap the pen on the page. Tapping another color refreshes the ink. Finally, I can use a photo as a brush effect for the pen. Let's pick a semi-transparent highlighter, as that's a good way to demo this. I hold a photo and brush on the page with the pen. While I continue to hold the source photo, each successive stroke is interpreted as a common set that together map onto the same photo. This simple technique can produce some fun and unique effects. We have seen how pen plus touch input on a direct display affords a design space where the pen writes, touch manipulates, and the combination of pen and touch gives new tools. A number of simple pen or touch actions such as holding, tapping, dragging, and crossing can be composed in a phrase structure delineated by the muscular tension of holding an object or state that affords a very rich design space of interactions. All this can be done without using a button on the pen or without any permanently visible UI that detracts from the user's focus on the workspace.